For ACUsports.com, I'm Grant Boone, talking some golf here with the fall season about to get underway. We've got head coach Tom Shaw. Coach, some new faces for us to get used to, a couple of whom we saw playing in some big events around Texas this summer. I'm thinking about Garrett Glanton specifically.
Yeah, he's a great freshman, and he's going to provide an instant boost for us. Our entire roster will probably have a different look this year. We're deeper, stronger. It'll be more competitive to find the lineup. Garrett's worked his way into the first tournament, which is great. That's what I expected him to do. So I'm excited. It's going to be a good year.
I'll put you on the spot with no notes here. Who will be in that starting lineup for the first event?
Well, we're going to have Ryan Beatty, who is a junior college transfer, as probably our top guy. Dylan Vaughn, who was academic All-American last year for us. Robert Johnson from Scotland will be there. Luke Carpenter coming back from injury for a whole year out. He's anxious to get back out there. And then we have Garrett Glanton rounding out the lineup.
This is a year in which you will be, I would imagine, looking for a player to maybe take the reins as the leader of this team. It may be Dylan coming back. You say goodbye to Corbin Renner, a terrific player for ACU for 4 years. So from what you've seen so far, you've practiced a lot with these guys already. Give me a sense of the chemistry and the makeup of this team.
Well, I think it's a good vibe on the team. Certainly we miss Corbin and Caden Walters that left our program, but with the new guys coming in and the freshmen coming in, it's just a different vibe. Not any better or worse than what was last year, but I think it's just from a competitive standpoint. There's less drop-off from the top of the lineup to the bottom. So we have everybody's kind of in the same boat, athletically speaking. So there's going to be some guys that maybe thought they could, in years past, coast their way into the lineup. But now it's like, I got to bring my game every week to try and play in the next tournament. So it's good in that perspective for me. It's probably harder on the players that they know they have to, it's tougher, but that's going to make us a better team.
Right. You just finished your first year as the golf coach at ACU, and you took your team to conference, which most teams in this transition period don't get to do. Most teams don't get to go to conference tournaments. Track is an exception, and golf as well, across country in addition to that. So you got a really, you could call it a sneak preview of what it's going to be like competing in the Southland Conference. What did you see when you were there? Because your team really competed quite favorably, I thought.
I think it's a great conference. I didn't know much about it when I came here, and I think as far as certainly you have your Power 5 conferences, but just beyond that, I think the Southland Conference is very strong. We have 4 teams that went to the postseason last year, which is almost unheard of for a mid-major conference. So it's very deep. And last year we competed pretty well against those guys with a team that I thought wasn't ready for that. So this year, not to lay expectations on the guys, but I don't think they're scared of anybody in the conference. There's some great teams. Sam Houston, Lamar, McNeese, Southeastern are great teams, but my guys aren't afraid of that, and they're up for the challenge, and they're chomping at the bit to compete against those guys.
Well, you have Sean Stephanie playing on the PGA Tour. He went to Lamar. I spoke with him at the Barclays a couple of weeks ago, and of course we have Cyril Boniol from ACU playing full-time on the European Tour as a card-carrying member, and Alex Carpenter, of course, the celebrated ACU stud who's now on the Web.com tour. Last thing, the fall, just as a reminder, the spring season is the championship season in golf, but the fall season is very important, and you guys get started coming up here with hopefully some cooler climbs up in Colorado, right?
Yeah, we'll be up in Colorado Springs, which is, home field advantage in golf is dictated by the golf course. So 7,000 feet in elevation, so the ball travels farther. It's a tree-lined golf course, which Abilene is not. So we're going to a different situation, but that's good. That develops you as a player, as a person, as a golfer. We're ready for that and anticipating that. But it will be cooler, but the field will be good. It's a lot of Midwest to Western Coast teams.
And Air Force hosts, right?
Air Force hosts, but they'll be, Colorado will be there, Colorado State, UNLV. So it'll be a great field for us and a great way to get the season started.
Should be a lot of fun, and you can see the results right here on ACUsports.com. The men's fall golf season getting underway here. For Coach Tom Shaw, I'm Grant Boone.